Hey Aries, welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle, and I'm bringing you the energy check-in. I mentioned this in my energy forecast earlier this week that I will be doing check-ins, and today is all about the fire signs. So let's go ahead and get started. It's going to be a little shorter, really quick. I'm going to dig into the tarot and then get the advice with the oracle cards. So we'll just put these to the side for now. We'll see them later. And can we take a moment to look at our nails? Sad. In a grievance moment of seeing that my one nail broke, and now in solidarity they are all short. But I've made a little, it'll be a little sad for them. Okay, moving on. Anyways, let's go ahead and do your reading. What is the energy like for Aries? What is the energy like for Aries right now? Okay, I'll just take. All right, I hear you, Spirit. So, again, I try to make these readings short, but Spirit's speaking, so we're listening. So we have, starting off, we have the World in reverse, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Magician in reverse. So right now I'm feeling a lot of, I feel a little bit of like a stagnant kind of an energy right now. With the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles put together, it shows kind of like a, not necessarily like I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, but like I've gotten what I have and I'm holding on to it for now type of energy. Like I'm like resting on this, like this is my spot, like I got what I got, it's mine, and I'm protecting it from anyone trying to take it from me. With the World in reverse and the Magician in reverse, I do see it as like, in traditional tarot, they do kind of talk about how the reversals are like the opposite of the meaning of the card right side up. Sometimes that may be the case, and sometimes it may just mean like the same thing, but in like a less dramatic way. And that's kind of what I'm getting here, is that it's like we've kind of manifested what we've wanted. We're like at this stage in our life where, especially, I mean, I guess in this week, because energy always changes, but we're at a place where we're wanting to rest. The center of this is like rest, right? It's like I want to be able to chill, and that I've like, there's a cycle that's ending. But I do see it kind of like I am the magician, I got what I got, I've manifested what I've manifested. But there is kind of like a bit of a, where do I go from here? That's what I'm hearing. I'm also kind of getting like a stepping out of your comfort zone type of a vibe from this. Because from here, if you're looking at it, like I'm also looking at from here and then outwards, you have like the resting, but then there's like on both sides, there's this Four of Pentacles, which means it can either mean long-term stability or like a fear of change. So it's like protecting what you've earned, what you've gained so far, and defending it from people that are trying to take that from you, or people that are trying to like, because you see how like this person, let me put that up. You see how this person has his wands, and there's like all these like these 6 other wands, but they're like on like a lower, I guess, because it kind of looks like a cliff. So it's kind of like they're trying to like push you off of your place, if that makes sense. It's like I've worked so hard to get to this point of rest, but there are people that are trying to like kind of like steal your thunder a little bit. So that's what I see. Let's go into the oracle cards to see what Spirit's advice is for you. Also, all the decks that I use in this reading, as well as a lot of other information like my social media, my blog page is in the description box below if I don't mention it while I'm shuffling. But this is the Rider-Waite tarot deck. This is kind of like, this is the OG, you know, tarot deck. And I just want to start incorporating my other cards because they're a little neglected, and I love them all, but they are a little, they want their time in the spotlight. So, oh, that one wanted to come out too. All right, we're gonna take that. So this one, it says go outside. And if we're reading this together, let me zoom this in. It says go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Maybe feeling a little cabin feverish, or maybe there's been sometimes we don't feel it at first. We're like, oh, it's fine being at home and, you know, just being here in my little bubble inside these walls. It's safe, it's secure. But every once in a while I'll step out in my backyard and I'll just like like breathe in like that fresh air. And I feel like that's what Spirit's asking you to kind of incorporate more, go outside more. If you don't have an opportunity to go outside, you know, outside, you know, go for a walk. I mean, just opening up the window, right? Open up the window, let that breeze in, and let yourself feel like the wind. Like the wind is such like a magical thing for me right now. It's just like, wow. It's just pushing like the air, and it's fresh, and it's like hitting your face, and it's like, oh, it like wakes you up. And then there's the second card that came up, and it says precious time. It says the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time, being mindful not to waste others' time either. So seeing this is kind of like protecting your own energy, right? Protecting your own space. And I see that with both of these. It's like, y'all, I'm resting, give it a break. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, it all comes with the boundaries that we place. We place boundaries on, you know, the people that have certain effects in our life. And it makes sense. It's like, one, it's like resting, but don't rest too much, you know? It's like, you know, stop, like, don't turn it into like sleeping in for like 16 hours of the day and then waking up at like 10 at night only to, you know, watch movies because you can't go outside anymore because it's dark, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. That's the cycle we don't want. We want rest, but we also want to balance, right? It's all about balance. So let's look into another oracle card deck. I love this deck. If you have an opportunity to get it, even if you don't read tarot, it's so cute. This one is called, I have to get the box, but it's this. It is Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection, and the notes in here are just so cute. They like lift my mood, lift my spirit. They just make me feel good, you know? And everybody deserves and should feel good, even when the world isn't the best place right now. But, okay. So on the front, it says, love is never in vain. And on the reverse, we're just gonna read this. It says, when you fully see that when you finally see what this whole time-space thing is all about, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you're going to be so happy you loved as much as you did. Dotingly, the universe. I love this. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, I'm just gonna keep this here if you want to like screenshot it, save it for your notes. But it's such a like nice reminder sometimes, because sometimes we feel like we invest so much into people, and we invest so much into a connection, into a family member, into a loved one, into, intimate partner, or like even a friendship or a coworker, and you feel like it's not being reciprocated. It's like I'm trying so hard, but they don't see it, and they don't see it, and they're just not giving me the same love I give them. I just want, the same love back. But the thing I love the most about this card is like, this is such like the spiritual aspect of it. When you see this whole time space thing playing out, you're going to laugh and you're going to cry, because we have this ever flowing exchange of energy, right? And when we act out of love, imagine love itself being a vibration, right? We give out love to the world, and sometimes we don't receive the love back, right? Sometimes it's like a little echoey, just like sending love into like a chamber somewhere. But what we don't feel right now is where it's touching, where it's ending up, where someone feels the love somewhere. And maybe we're at a stage right now where, and some folks may not understand your form of love or your type of love or the love you give. And so they may not know how to react to it. But you're still putting out the vibration of love, so they're still receiving it on their end. And I definitely don't see anything wrong with that. And I think that's beautiful, and I think it's amazing. And knowing that love is never in vain, it gives you hope that love is the way to go, You can't go wrong in the name of love. Granted, there is, on the other side of that, right? Too much love. What is too much love? Obsession, right? Getting into like stalkerish territories. Yeah, we don't want to be over there, right? It's like, be mindful not to waste others' time either. When they don't reciprocate the same love and the same energy, it doesn't mean to keep pushing that onto them, right? You can take a step back, relax, let the boundaries, recognize that they have their boundaries too. And you can send them love energetically. You can still give them support it just by being there. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. And the love is still there. But again, it goes back to the balance of things, right? The balance of life, the balance of, too much or too little. And it's a fine line that we're walking on. But once we learn how to walk on it, it becomes easier and easier and easier to do, right? It just takes practice. But so this is your reading, your tarot card reading. I'm going to end this here. We're gonna dive into charms because I feel bad. I did charms for the water signs, and why not? Let's do charms for the fire signs and all the other signs just for this week, because I feel like time is of the essence. So I have my little charm box. I got this, and I'm going to shout them out too. It's the Black Ridge Co. From Etsy, and I love this box. It's so cute, and this is where my charms will go. So let's go into your charms and see what we have for you. I'm just gonna list it out and kind of give a brief description of what I see. Please take what resonates. What does Spirit want Aries to know? Okay, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Okay. So first is, being where it's at, there's this little note here, and it's on the money section. And I am reading based off the sections too, at least for this week. We'll see what happens later, whatever I decide. And then this little hot sauce bottle. It's so cute. I bought this a long time ago, but it says add more spice, and it's in this money section. And then we have the little swan here, which is in the friends section. I'm gonna zoom that in. So cute. And I grabbed a good handful. I guess they just all slipped out, but I grabbed the same. I do the same, gesture when I reach in for this. So I get this so much. I have the who, when, where, and why too, but I always get this, and it's the what, which which being on the money part can have a lot to do with maybe like what are you either spending your money on, what are you investing in, what are your goals in relation to money, like have you set a goal on how much money maybe you want to make? Have you maybe, it's like, what is this money for? I guess that's kind of like where I'm seeing this right now. And also adding more spice. It's like, maybe it's time to, I guess, spice up the bank account, you know? Maybe like add some credits in there. How do you, you know, when I think of like spicing the money up, it's like spend it more on, are you spending it on just others, or are you spending it on just yourself? Or it's kind of like giving more variety is a spice of life, right? And variety is like, maybe it's time for multiple streams of income to come in, right? Start a side hustle. Maybe there's something you're really good at. Maybe there's something that you have like a natural talent for, and it's just like, you could be making money, and maybe this is your sign to start. If you say you like to make jewelry, maybe start looking into making some jewelry. You know, if you're bored, you got a little side hustle, add a little spice, add some more spice, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, and then finally we have the swan in this friends area, which is so cute. It just makes me feel like that pure friendship. Swans remind me of like beauty and grace and, you know, like the swan song, right? It's not a black swan, so it's not like the alter ego, right? It's that the pure friendship, and it's just cherishing those friendships that you may have in your life. And I love that, you know, cherish your friends. Be there for your friends, your support group. Maybe it's telling you to, I don't know, sing a song to your friends. I don't know, I'm just kidding. But anyways, that's the end of your reading. Thank you so much for watching, Aries. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments what you think. I'll probably be, it depends on how I'm feeling that day, but and what my intuition tells me, but I might be removing, or at least moving, the charm reading portion to the forecast, but we'll see what happens. I want to keep these readings as concise as possible, but you see what happens. Like, the cards want to speak for themselves, and I try not to limit them too much. So, okay. Take care, Aries, and have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys in another video, okay? Bye.